In case you've ever bought a Lego set, you've most likely come across one of these weird pieces, the brick separator. In this video I'll show you more efficient ways to use it, tell you why Lego has been lying to you when it comes to the correct usage of the brick separator, and other tricks I figured out over the last years of me building Lego as my profession. I assume that by now you all know the basics of how to remove bricks and plates from other Lego pieces, including the way Lego tells you to remove flat tiles from plates. If you take a look into the official instructions, you will find that Lego tells you to hold the brick separator this way, having the studs facing up. However, what I figured out over time is that in most cases, it's actually more practical to turn it upside down. The reason for that is that otherwise you will have these two sort of rails of the brick separator preventing you from reaching beneath the tile. In fact, this actually happened to me during the filming of my last Lego City update, in which I wanted to remove a tile, tried to use the brick separator the normal way, but then had to turn it around in order to reach the notch of the tile. My next and probably favorite trick is an extension of what I've just shown you and comes in handy if you need to remove large areas of tiles from base plates. For this trick, you once again need to turn the brick separator around, press it at an angle against the row of tiles you want to remove, and now simply let it guide itself by the studs. The only important thing you need to keep in mind for this trick is that you shouldn't apply too much pressure, because otherwise you might scratch the base plate. By far the best part of this technique is obviously how satisfying it is. The more boring alternative to this would be to use one of those weird big black separators, but let's face it, nobody wants to do that when you could also use the orange one in a much more fun way instead. My next tip I have for you might help if you have two plates stuck together. There now are a few different ways to get them apart. The first and best way to do it is by using one normal brick separator on top, as well as an old one for the lower plate. All you now need to do is press them together and the two plates easily come apart. Unfortunately, this trick doesn't work with two normal brick separators, because they then have the same angle and therefore can't be pushed down far enough. Still, if you don't have an old brick separator laying around, you can always use another plate as an alternative, as I'm showing you right now. What you might have noticed is that after some time of constantly using the same brick separator, they get worn off and useless. In this case, you don't need to buy a new one or buy new Lego sets to get new brick separators, but can instead simply repair it using sandpaper. All you need to do is drag it along the sandpaper a few times until it's back to normal again. The finer the sandpaper in this case, the better the result. So these are my tips about the brick separator. I haven't seen anyone else share yet, so hopefully you learned something new. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my Lego City updates, as well as videos about my Wild West mock. And also I'll be sharing a new project I've just started in a few days with you, a Lego moon base.